the Bible tells us over and over and over, cry out to me, seek me, call my name with all your heart, and He will answer you. I think that's the biggest encouragement I could give people whenever you feel you're stuck in something, man. Just cry out to God, because we a lot of times we depend on our boss to get us out of a situation, or our parents, or our sisters, our wives, and our husbands, and our friends, and when we're just supposed to be like seeking God,
Yeah.
and like, and that's one of the things Chilo said that I understood also is whenever I find myself in a hard situation, and I'm stuck, and I feel like I'm surrounded by all sides. I was like, God, what are you trying to teach me through this? Like, what's the lesson here? Because you're trying to teach me something, and it's all just continually just depend on Him. Like everybody in the Bible, they were stuck one way or another. David, he was constantly persecuting. What did David do? He constantly prayed. Joshua, Moses, everybody, the other prophets, when they were stuck, they cried out to God. And that's something that we need to do is when we feel stuck, when we feel like there's a wall in front of us so tall that we can't get past. And it's just like, man, that's when we gotta take that opportunity and seek God more. You know,
Amen.
I've seen people, man, stuck, just constantly just stuck and stuck, and I'm like, but are you seeking God out? Like, are you going to church? Are you like just seek God? And they'll ask me, how did you get past this addiction? How did you get past that? How did you change? I'm like, that's the thing. I didn't change. I just seek God with all my heart, and He changed me. People started seeing the difference. And and Chilo sometimes tells me like, "Man, you're so patient." I'm like, "Am I? I don't feel like I'm that patient. I don't. I still sometimes, because the enemy's constantly telling you like you haven't changed. Like you're still this person. You still show anger. You still do this." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm just gonna continue just seeking God, and then people are the ones that tell me like, "Man, brother, like God is using you in this," and I'm like, "Well, amen. All glory goes to God." Because half the times I don't see it. Like, man, I get real anxious and nervous when I have to preach, and I get start shaking, sweating, and but I preach, and I just because and I always tell God, man, don't ever let me get up there and preach full of my own confidence. Que yo soy el mero mero, that I am, man. Man, I'm gonna give some good words today. I was like, I always want to, like, man, I'm my worst critic, like my worst critic, but that's something good. I like that because it keeps me humble. I never want to get to a point to where a lot of these kings and people in the Bible, like, it went to their head. That's why we chose that title, John 3:30. Like, it's how important it is for us to be second. Because if we're second, that means Jesus is first.
Amen.
Right?